Let's break down a really simple, but honestly super important idea today. Why the artificial intelligence that's becoming a huge part of our world needs an independent safety check. This is something that affects all of us, a lot of times in ways we don't even see.
I mean, really think about that for a second. AI is making more and more calls that can change your life. But is anyone actually looking over its shoulder to make sure it's being fair? That's the big question, right? First things first, we need to get a handle on just how common this stuff has become. This isn't some far-off science fiction thing anymore. It is right here, right now, in our daily lives. It's right there on your phone, helping you type or find photos. It's in your car with safety features. It's even showing up in your doctor's office. But, and this is the important part, it's also working behind the scenes, making huge decisions, like reviewing your job application or deciding if you get approved for a loan. It's completely woven into the fabric of our lives. Okay, so if AI is everywhere, who's making sure it's safe and fair for everybody? Well, this is where we get to the heart of the problem. Right now, the whole system is kind of like a student grading their own test. And that's the issue in a nutshell. The very same companies that build and use the AI are the ones telling us, yep, it's working just fine. There's no real independent oversight. Let this sink in for a minute. Would you ever eat at a restaurant that graded its own health inspection? No way. You'd want an independent inspector to make sure the kitchen is clean. It's the exact same idea. And it's the same thing with our cars. We have separate agencies that do crash tests for a very good reason. We don't just take the car company's word for it. But with AI, which can affect your finances or even your health, we're basically just taking their word for it.
So what's the solution? Well, it might be a lot simpler than you think. In fact, you've probably got the inspiration for it sitting on your kitchen counter right now. Let's call it the toaster test. You know that little sticker on the cord of your toaster or your coffee maker? The one with the letters UL on it? That little thing carries a lot of weight. It means some third party, a company that has nothing to do with making the toaster, tested it to make sure it's not gonna, burst into flames. And this right here is the aha moment. That UL sticker is a sign of independent safety testing for a physical thing. Well, a Clause5 safe certification is the exact same idea, but for AI. It's a stamp that says, hey, this algorithm was independently checked for fairness and responsibility. They don't work for the AI company, they work for you. So, let's take this idea and make it real. What we're talking about is creating that same kind of independent inspector, but for our new digital world. It's really that simple. Clause5 Safe is meant to be that UL sticker, but for AI. It's the health inspector for the algorithms making all these important decisions. So what does an AI inspection actually look for? Well, it boils down to 4 really critical questions. 1. Is it fair? Is it giving different results to different groups of people? 2. Can its decisions be explained? If you get denied for that loan, can someone tell you why? 3. Is someone accountable? If something goes wrong, is there a human in charge or does everyone just blame the algorithm? And 4, super important, is your personal information kept safe? And this part is absolutely crucial. To be a real independent inspector, you can't be helping them out on the side. That's a huge conflict of interest. Clause5afe doesn't help companies build AI. That'd be like a health inspector giving the chef cooking lessons. The whole point is to be a separate, unbiased check on the final product. That independence is everything. Okay. So we've covered the what and the how, but let's bring this all back home. Why should this be on your radar? Why does this actually matter in your day-to-day life? Well, this matters when you're applying for a job. A biased algorithm could screen out your resume before a person ever even sees it. It could close a door you never even knew was open. It definitely matters when you apply for a loan. A flawed AI could mean you get rejected, or maybe you get charged a much higher interest rate, all because of some bias baked into the code. And it really, really matters when AI is helping doctors make a diagnosis, reading x-rays, or test results. When your health is on the line, you want to be absolutely sure the tools being used are trustworthy and fair. At the end of the day, this is all about trust. It's about peace of mind. Just like that UL sticker lets you plug in your toaster without worrying, independent AI certification would let you know that these big, invisible decisions are being made the right way. And it all comes back to this one simple idea. An AI shouldn't be grading its own homework. For a system to be truly trustworthy, you need someone else to check the work. And that's the big question we all have to think about as more and more of our world gets run by AI.
Clause 5, Safe Systems. empowering a future we can trust.